You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
Welcome everybody to episode number 22 of the Battle Heat Fans Podcast. Alongside, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great, Daddy. Doing great. Another win, man. Another win. It was an ugly one. It was an ugly one at the
It was
Kaseya Center
ugly.
last night. It was an ugly win, but like I said in the group chat last night, good teams find a way to win these types of games. Games where you
Yeah.
don't shoot the ball well, unfortunately. Games where the opponent keeps the game very close, and the Heat figured it out. They got into their bag of tricks last night, and they were able to hold off the Dallas Mavericks. An ugly home win, but the Heat now improved to, if I'm not mistaken, 8-1 at home.
8-1 at home. Absolutely. That would put them at what, 4-5 on the road. So maybe not the best road team yet, but the biggest story of last night, obviously, the bucket Tyler Herro is back. Um, and you know what? We can get into that right off the bat. I didn't think that first game, so you can't overreact. I didn't think he fit in as well as I thought he might. I thought that was going to be seamless, to be honest with you. I thought he might be rusty with his shooting, but I thought that he would be a seamless fit, just jump right into there. But then when you have to think back that he got injured, he had the surgery in September, so he didn't get participate in this. So I guess it makes sense the fact that he didn't fit. It didn't look that. I thought the ball went out to him. Like he thought about it a little bit. Like he's like, can I take this guy on? And as he's thinking about it, maybe he passes it to Davion Mitchell, and Davion Mitchell gets it, and then just bulldozes his way into the paint. Or Jaime Jaquez, they get the ball and they're quick decision making. Whereas in Tyler Herro, I felt like he would size up his defender a little more and just hesitate. Like he just wasn't quick. But again, first game back, and he still managed to hit 24 points and the game winner. So you really can't criticize too much. He is a walking bucket, but I didn't think that he fit in seamlessly.
No, I agree. I think the Heat didn't go as fast as they were going prior to Tyler Hero's return last night, right? And
Well, and to be clear, I don't think that was solely on Tyler. Dallas has a good defense.
absolutely. I mean, I'm not putting it fully on Tyler, but obviously we knew that there was going to be a little bit of growing pains, especially when he hasn't, played in this style of offense other than practice, so far this season. So I thought the pace was a little bit down yesterday. I did see a little bit more of, of screens being set on the offensive end. And, look, I don't think it was a seamless fit like we all had thought it was going to be, but like you said, he came out, he had a big game, 24 points, 7 rebounds, and he was clutch in the third and fourth quarter when the Heat needed somebody to get some buckets.
And just to be clear, when I say a seamless fit, I mean in the aspect of, you see how they move around the arc when the ball is moving. We pass the ball to I don't know, the top of the key, and then everybody keeps rotating. And I felt like that wasn't happening. It seems to start the game, there was a point where we had Tyler Herro in the middle of, I forgot what it was, Donovan Mitchell, I forgot, maybe Paul Larson at the top of the key, and the three of them were almost next to each other at the top of the key, and you could tell like Tyler Herro's trying to figure things out. So it's fair, and I'm not criticizing for it, and I'm sure that it'll get better with time. But yeah, last night didn't look the best, and then it was just a horrible shooting night. Second night of a back to back. So it's fair, and it wasn't like a home back to back. They had to travel back home from Philadelphia, so tired legs. They shot, what was it, 19% from 3 point, 19% from 3 pointer. Like it was a really really bad shooting. Even free throws, 17 for 24, and then they started off rough. Bam, to start off the game, missed his first 3 free throws, which was rough. He missed his first couple of shots. He finally got one to go. He just goes like he does one of these, right? Like finally, because it was a really rough start of the game for him and for the whole team. For the Mavericks, also, it was just an ugly game in overall.
Absolutely. There wasn't any points in the first, I think, 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the game. It was nuts. Both teams are going back and forth and just missing every shot. Bam, missing those 2 free throws. It was a weird start to the game, Danny. You expect this team always to get off to a fast start, and unfortunately, their shot just wasn't going in at the beginning. And they had a rough patch. They were able to finally figure it out in the second quarter and pull away with a little bit of a lead to go into the half, up 8 points. But overall, yeah, not the best shooting night for the Heat. I will tell you something, and I don't know if it made a difference or not, but at halftime, Danny, the referees came out and they were
Just in the basket.
not adjusting. They brought out a level, and they had
Mhm.
the level on top of the rim, and apparently it was not leveled. It was not leveled. And I assumed that it wasn't leveled for the entire first half. That was the basket that the Heat were shooting at the entire first half. I don't know if that could have made a difference or not, but it wasn't leveled slightly, though, slightly. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but the Heat didn't have the best shooting night. Like you said, 19% shooting from three. I think 44% shooting overall. Not what we're used to with this team. But again, like I mentioned, at the beginning, good teams find a way to win these types of games. And the Heat right now, in my opinion, are the best team in the East.
In a coming show. When they showed that on TV, I thought that it was probably like during warmups right after halftime that maybe somebody had dunked the ball too hard and maybe they maybe got it off level. I thought that that's maybe what happened, but I don't know. Maybe that's what happened in the first half because it was terrible to start off with. Look at somebody that's coming crashing down to earth. Simone Fontecchio, 0 for 7 from 3. And obviously, you can't expect him to keep shooting almost 50% from 3 the whole season. But man, he's coming crashing back down. Like, I love numbers, and eventually everything comes back to the mean eventually. For his career, he's like in the high 30s. So, he couldn't keep that up. But man, it's been a rough go the last couple games.
It has been. It has been. It's been rough for him, but shooters, especially guys who are, streaky 3-point shooters, that's how they get, right. They have stretches where, unfortunately, the ball doesn't go into the basket. He just needs to continue to keep shooting. He needs to continue to let it fly, and eventually, like you said, the percentages are going to end up, working out.
Yeah.
Either, I don't know if in his favor or against his favor, but the percentages are going to be there. And it'll probably be in the high 30s, low 40s for this season. He's not going to shoot 50% all season, but, he's going to have his games, right? He's going to have his games where he gets hot and he shoots, and the Heat are going to need him. And I think he was very key last night in a lot of other spots. He got the ball on the offense a lot of times. He had a couple of nice assists, and he drove the ball to the basket a couple of times. Let me tell you, man, I didn't think that he could jump that high, but he has some pretty nice vert.
You know what else I was thinking about when I was thinking about Simone Fontecchio? We had that episode last week where we were talking about who's going to lose minutes when Tyler comes back. I don't think either one of us brought him up. We brought up Drew Smith. We brought up Pell Larson, Davion Mitchell. I think Fontecchio, if he doesn't get out of this slump soon and people start getting healthy, he might be one of the people that ends up missing some minutes because Jovic still has to come back. This team is deep. Think about all the players that are missing. I think Fontecchio might end up missing some minutes also, especially if he keeps cooling off, because you couldn't bench him when he was shooting 50%. But right now, I think he might lose some time. Bam Adebayo. I think that he had obviously to play the game, that inbound steal. I think that people are starting to talk about the fact that he's never won Defensive Player of the Year more than ever, like in the media. I've never seen so many people bring it up. So I think that because it's a talking point now, this is going to be his best chance to win it. And that play will be one of those highlight reel plays that they show at the end of the year when they're talking about the candidates. I think he had one of a play. It was a great big time players make big time. Bam to me was a big difference maker. I love that the game-winning sequence was Bam steal, Tyler Herro floater. Like it felt like vintage Miami Heat.
It did, but we got to turn the page, Danny. We got to turn the page because this isn't vintage Miami Heat anymore. This is 2025, 2026 Miami Heat, and we play a little bit differently. We play a little faster, and really, it's a completely different game than what we're used to. Obviously, it's nice to go back and see a little bit of vintage Heat defensive prowess and getting that
Another clutch
steal.
win.
It was a big, yeah. I mean, another clutch win. It was a big steal,
Mm-hmm.
big bucket, and it was needed. It was needed to beat these pesky Mavericks that we were talking about it before. 13 players Jason Kidd played last night, and I think he waited too long to put in Nembhard because Nembhard really took over the game for the Dallas Mavericks once he came in to play the point
Mm-hmm.
guard. We were lucky he didn't put him in the first half, but yeah, it was another big clutch win for the Heat. We're going up in the standings, baby. We're just continuing to chase up and get into closer to first place.
Uh, and where is the turning point in the season going to be a text message from Udonis Haslem? Like, is that what we're going to be talking about at the end of the year? Hey, you know what the turning point of the season was? That Udonis Haslem text message, because he has come out and he's almost the last, how many games has it been? 4 or 5 games now, where he just looks aggressive. He looks active. He looks like he's chasing it. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, everything. Last night he played 34 minutes, which is more than usual. 20 points, 18 rebounds, 6 of those offensive. The way he's attacking the rim for those rebounds, this is the guy we were hoping to eventually get. I think before that text message from Udonis Haslem, I think, well, at least I came on here and I said, well, we know what we're going to get from Khalil Ware. We're just hoping for 8 to 9 rebounds, 6 to 8 points, and, just be the backup center. That's what I said. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Man, were you
now
wrong?
He looks like yeah, I'm dead wrong. 2 weeks later, he looks like he might be one of the top centers in the league. It's crazy the change he's made, and he's playing out of his mind right now.
Absolutely. I mean, 20 points, 18 rebounds, like you said. He played the most minutes for Spo's team last night, 34 minutes, the most out of anybody else on the Heat. And it goes to show that he earned them. He earned them. He deserves them. 3 blocks, like you said, 6 offensive rebounds, plus 15, plus minus. He was instrumental in the team's win last night. He was absolutely huge. He had a not a tough cover. Look, on offense, I thought he was fantastic. On defense, I still think he's missing a little bit. You can't have Daniel Gafford, and I told you guys last night, you can't have Daniel Gafford have the game that he had against Bam Adebayo. I mean against Khalil, where he had 11 points and 11 rebounds, but he had a plus 20 plus minus, did Daniel Gafford. And, that goes to show you, while Khalil Ware has figured it out, it looks like he's figured it out offensively. Defensively, I still think he's missing a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And that's why we resort to the zone a lot of times when he's out there. But
can we talk about Kashad Johnson's dunk?
Oh, yeah, the Statue of Liberty.
I mean, he jumped from 1 foot inside the free throw line, and he just threw it down. Can I tell you, I was not expecting Kashad Johnson to do that. I didn't know he could jump that high. Like, legit. I did not know because he doesn't really jump that high when he goes for rebounds. And he doesn't look like the most athletic dude in the world. But let me tell you, he's got a pogo up in there. He was up high.
No, that's the thing. That's full of energy. But yeah, like find ways to win these games. They won the game. We're 12-6 in the first 18, and all and I keep saying it, all good vibes. We got the Bucks tomorrow night on your birthday. We got the Pistons on Saturday. Then we got the Clippers, Mavericks again in Dallas, and then Detroit away. Big 5 games. The Cup game against the Bucks is big time. The Pistons, because I feel like that's the measuring stick. Then we have the Clippers and the Mavs again before we go out to play in Detroit. Big 5 games, and hopefully we get by this time for the Friday we find out. I think no, or are we automatically in if we beat the Bucks?
If we beat the Bucks, we're automatically in.
Beautiful. So by tomorrow night we'll know if we are heading to Vegas, which would be fun. All right. Any final words there, Solana?
No, man, I'm excited. This team is unbelievable. And yeah, actually a big shout out to the fans, Danny, the fans. The arena at the beginning was pretty empty. let me tell you, man, it was rocking. It was rocking for a Monday night game against the measly the measly Mavs. It was rocking. It was look, big shout out to the Heat fans that went out there. I didn't expect a big turnout on a Monday night, but shout out to them. It was loud. It was rocking, and that's exactly what this team deserves. It's exactly what they need. We need to continue to keep this home court advantage, right? 8-1 at home, a couple of games coming up at home again. And after this home stand, we could possibly be 11-1 at home, which would be unbelievable. That's exactly what you need to do if you're going to make it far in this league.
Yeah, but you also want to win some of those road games.
Yeah.
All right, and then batterfans.com, Black Friday 25 is the promo code for 25% off batterfans.com. So make sure that you go on, get your Tyler Heroes a bucket. You got your Jaime Jaquez shirts, your Bam Adebayo shirts, a bunch of stuff. And if you're into other Miami teams, they got a bunch of stuff in there also. So make sure batterfans.com, promo code Black Friday 25 for 25% off from now until next Monday, Cyber Monday. All right, it was great. Another dub, 12-6, and we'll see. So tomorrow night against the Bucks should be interesting. We'll be back tomorrow though, talking a little best in the East possibly. We'll see. If you're listening on audio, leave us 5 stars and a comment. And if you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Until the next one, have a good one.